The chaos erupted with the crash of folding chairs and a scream. "You're going to crush the wedding cake." I eased off the throttle of my 12-ton tractor, its rumble cutting through the string quartet like a chainsaw through silk. A bride in a flowing gown hurled her bouquet in panic as my John Deere loomed into view, a mechanical beast gate crashing a fairy tale. I'd arranged for the dealership to deliver it Saturday. The field prepped, invoice signed. What I hadn't planned was a stranger's wedding sprawling across my backyard, uninvited, unauthorized, and utterly absurd. That morning had dawned quiet, the kind of rural sunrise that makes you glad to be alive. I'm Ethan Harper, living 20 miles outside town on a farm my granddad left me, a secluded haven ringed by pines. I'd been gearing up to expand, and today was the day my new tractor, Precision Controls, GPS guided, a farmer's dream, was due. I'd marked the delivery path, cleared the lawn, and double-chest checked the gate. But at 10 a.m., I stepped outside and froze. A white tint dominated my field, draped in silk, surrounded by chairs, a stage, and a floral arch over my tool slab. Guests in pastel suits sipped cocktails, a DJ tested speakers, and a woman in a sequined mother of the bride shirt barked about glassware. This was no Mira, and I didn't know a soul. I approached a woman in a gaudy yellow hat yelling about table settings. "What's going on?" She barely glanced up. "It's just a wedding. We'll be gone in hours. You won't notice." My jaw tightened. That's when I saw Horinda Caldwell, the infamous HOA queen from the nearby Crestwood Estates, a legend for her entitled tiratis. I'd glimpsed her once terrorizing a gas station clerk over a receipt. She turned with a saccharine smile. "Oh, Ethan, you're here. We hoped you wouldn't mind. Your lawn's so picturesque." I blinked. "You're holding a wedding on my land." She laughed as if I'd missed the obvious. "It's only a few hours. We're not hurting anything. The groundskeeper said it was fine." I had no groundskeeper. "You assume?" I growled. She waved dismissively. "We'll be gone by dusk." My phone buzzed. "Dealership ETA, 10 minutes. "I've got a tractor delivery," I said. Her smile faltered. "Reschedule it. It's on a flatbed scheduled a month ago." She smirked. "Tell them to go around." I stepped closer. "This isn't a park. It's my backyard. You're liable for damages." Linda sighed, patting my arm like I was a tantruming toddler. "Ethan, don't be that guy. It's my daughter's big day." I pulled away. "You're trespassing. I'm not in your HOA." That's when the semi crested the hill, my green beast gleaming like a tank. I grinned. "Meet your new guest." The flatbed backed down the gravel, guests murmuring as Linda's daughter, the bride, gasped in horror. The photographer argued with the driver who ignored him, lowering the ramp. Linda charged me, finger jabbing. "Stop this!" I shrugged. "It's scheduled. You're not." The tractor's tires hit the ground as a flower girl darted past, sparking screams. A groomsman tripped, toppling chairs. The aisle runner flapped in the engine's gusts. Linda's face reened, but I stood calm, watching her empire of arrogance crumble. The driver, unfazed in grease-stained jeans, rolled forward, drowning the violins. Linda flailed, yelling at him. He didn't blink. The bride veil snagged on roses, looked ready to bolt. Her groom, Mark, sipped a drink, eyeing escape. A caterer's table flipped, shrimp flying. A champagne bottle sprayed a bridesmaid. The DJ yanked his cords, fleeing. A kid climbed the tractor's tire until the driver barked. Not a playground. Linda stormed back, clutching her phone. "I'm calling the cops." "Go ahead," I said. "Explain how you trespassed for a wedding." She jabbed my chest. "You could have said no. I wasn't here. You never asked." She parked her SUV in the tractor's path, arms crossed, daring a standoff. The bride tugged her door, screaming about photos. The driver honked. I leaned against a fence, savoring the anarchy. The wedding planner, frazzled and underpaid, begged for a delay. "Just an hour and we're gone." I shook my head. "You invaded my land. I'm not pausing my work for your mistake." She wilted. "I was told it was approved." I pointed at Linda. "Talk to her." A crunch echoed. The caterer's van hit the floral arch, dragging it across the lawn, now stuck in mud. The bride wailed. The photographer cursed. Linda held her ground until a sheriff's cruiser rolled up. Lights flashing, Deputy Collins stepped out, surveying the mess. "What's this?" I spoke first. "They're holding a wedding on my property without permission. That's my scheduled tractor delivery. She's blocking it." Linda cut in. We had verbal approval from the groundskeeper. Collins turned to me. "You have a groundskeeper?" "Nope. I own this land. Never met her before today." He faced Linda. "Got written permission?" She stammered. "The planner has it." The planner shook her head. "I was told it was handled." Collins sighed. "Folks, pack up. You're trespassing. Event's over." Linda exploded. "It's my daughter's day. We paid for this." Collins was unmoved. "Take it up with your vendors. You're lucky he's not pressing charges." Linda glared at me. "You love ruining joy, don't you?" I eyed the wrecked tent and scattered flowers. "Nope. Just love tractors." By dusk, the last car fled, leaving tire tracks and confetti. Collins logged the incident, chuckling as he drove off. The driver parked the tractor where it belonged, and I stood guard victorious. The next morning, my phone buzzed wildly. My brother texted viral with a link to a video, Linda's wedding versus the tractor filmed by a neighbor. It had 300,000 views. Reddit threads exploding with entitled Linda memes. A remix of Linda's screams hit social media. A parody trailer, Law & Order, Tractor Takedown, went viral. Neighbors honked, one waving a tractor squad sign. A news outlet called for comment. Linda left a voicemail accusing me of ruining her daughter's marriage and threatening a lawsuit. I ignored her, compiling evidence, delivery receipts, my deed, private property signs, and Linda's own post bragging about snagging a free lawn. My tractor's 360-degree camera had captured everything. 2 days later, Linda sued me in small claims for $5,000, claiming emotional distress and wedding damages. She listed her daughter's ruined day and photo reshoots. I laughed, calling my cousin Sarah, a razor-sharp attorney. She took the case pro bono, eager to bury Linda's lies. In court, Linda performed like a soap opera diva, weeping about shattered dreams and my malicious tractor. Sarah presented our evidence, receipts, footage, Linda's post. The judge flipped through, eyeing Linda. "You claim permission. Where's the proof?" Linda faltered. "Someone said it was fine. Maybe the florist." The judge dismissed her case. "You trespassed and disrupted his business. Be glad there's no countersuit." Linda gasped, muttering about bias, but the gavel fell. Outside, Sarah and I high-fived. Linda stormed past, cursing. Her meltdown fueled the internet posts, accused the judge of big tractor ties. She urged a boycott, claiming I ran a wedding sabotage racket. It was pathetic, but I stayed vigilant. A week later, Linda appeared by my barn in yoga gear, feigning friendliness. "Let's do a photo-only ceremony to clear the air." She cooed, "A redemption story." I laughed. "You sued me, lied, and trashed my land. No second chances." Her mask slipped. "You'll regret this." She vanished, but not quietly. A code enforcement officer arrived, citing zoning violations from anonymous tips. I showed permits. He left, chuckling about the wedding thing. Linda's petty reports and online rants flopped as her past surfaced, bullying vendors, sabotaging fundraisers. The final blow, the florist emailed Linda hadn't paid for arrangements, promising exposure. The florist, caterer, and photographer sued her. Her empire of entitlement collapsed. A month later, a bridesmaid delivered a letter from Linda's daughter, Anna. She apologized, unaware of her mother's lies, now rethinking her marriage to Mark. "You didn't deserve this," she wrote. I stood, letter in hand, feeling the weight of unchecked arrogance. My signed private property, no weddings, no exceptions. Tractor rules stood tall where Linda's SUV had parked. Strangers snapped selfies. A local made t-shirts. Photographers rented my field, respecting boundaries. The tractor gleamed, the land healed, and I toasted the sunset. Linda's fairy tale ended in consequences, but mine began awaiting my terms with a loud engine and no apologies.